Hello, I'm Jesse Johnson.
And I'm Melva Thomas Johnson. We are a married couple and business partners for over 30 years, and we have successfully counseled, coached, and supported couples to have more satisfying and fulfilling relationships.
We believe that married couples, as well as those who are in committed love relationships, want to love and be loved. However, sometimes that love can become elusive.
So, we also believe that love can be restored, it can be rebuilt, it can be maintained, sustained, and even expanded with proper awareness and the commitment to do the work.
Let's face it, feeling really lovingly connected to someone that you truly care about can be one of the most wonderful feelings in the world.
But all too often, that connection becomes elusive and is replaced by silent treatment, frustrations, disappointment, disagreements. It could happen in any relationship, including ours.
As a couple in our second marriage, we know what it's like when relationships go well and when they don't. And between the time of our first marriages and our second marriages, we have studied everything we could find on how to make marriage and committed relationships really work. And we love sharing that with people.
Yeah, so when we think about relationships working, we think about growth opportunities. So we came together as a blended family with Jesse's young son. So the opportunities for growth and effective communication was readily available for us. And since we transitioned from a professional relationship to a personal friendship to a marriage, the opportunities for growth and working things through became readily available for us as well.
In the beginning, we had all these wonderful dreams, daydreams about how wonderful things were going to be, and we just loved thinking about our future together. But then we came together as a family and as a couple, and we began to experience some challenges in our relationships. For example, some of us felt that um, they were doing more than others, and so there was conflicts around that, and we had to find a way to be able to manage our household together and work together as a family.
And for me, when we first came together during the wooing stage, it felt like Jesse listened to every word and even hung on every word. And then after we got married and got busier and started talking about more things that mattered, there were instances where I felt like I wasn't heard. And I complained about it too. Upon further exploration of myself, I learned that I wasn't a very good listener. So what I was complaining about, I was guilty of as well. Thank God I learned how to turn that around, and I am happy to share that with couples.
Well, we've told you about us. Now let's talk about you. What we know for sure is that most couples have problems in their communication, some more serious than others.
The reason is because it's very difficult to have a conversation when you're in survival mode, meaning each person is stuck in their belief system that they are right and the other person is wrong.
And one person typically is attacks, and the other person retreats. And so, with this dynamic going on, nothing helpful is going to occur around helping to build a strong communication. And if it's not repaired, it could actually erode the relationship.
So, in that place, neither partner is feeling the love. And why is that? It's because when a couple is in survival mode um, and they are not aware of the mistakes that they're making in communication, they're not aware of the contribution that they're making in the moment.
So, as a result, the relationship continues to erode because the couple is not communicating effectively and they just really don't know how to turn it around.
So that is why we developed a program and a process to support couples to overcome mistakes that they make that lead to arguing, distance, and disconnection.
It is a simple 5-step process that, if used in practice, will enable all couples to be able to communicate more effectively and restore the loving connection that they have always wanted.
And deserve.
Right.
Statistics tell us that the divorce rate is well over 50% for first marriages and even higher for second marriages. Now, for couples in committed love relationships, I haven't seen very many statistics about their breakup rate. However, I know from the couples that we see that many of them struggle with communication. And sometimes when they can't work things through, they throw in the towel way too soon.
Yes, and there are many couples who were either married or who are unmarried. They struggle with all kinds of frustrations around such issues as affairs, finances, parenting styles, how do you manage household chores. All of those kinds of things can bring about a real strain in a family because the communication just breaks down. There's not much research that's been done on couples who are happy as a clam in their relationship, and who simply want to enhance what they already have and move to the next level.
Yeah, because what we found is that happy couples also have some issues that they have difficulty communicating
Right.
about. So the bottom line is, if you can't talk about it, you can't do anything about it. So because the complaints that we hear is that either a partner doesn't like the way that their mate talks to them or treats them in some ways, or maybe they don't feel heard or understood, or all of the above.
And the real problem is that most of us have some communication habits that don't contribute to having a successful communication, and we may be completely unaware of those, and we need to know what they are so we can make the change.
Right. So that is why we have developed a methodology that we call the Mining for Goal Couples Dialogue Solution that supports couples to address whatever situation they are facing and support them to overcome it. We're excited about sharing our 5-step process to support couples to restore connection when communication breaks down. Doesn't matter what the issue is.
Within hours, you're going to be able to learn some new skills and tools to communicate more effectively, and you're going to be inspired by what you learn.
Over the course of the weekend, the two of you will be able to see each other from new perspectives because you'll be in an environment that is going to support conversations, communication, where both of you will feel respected, valued, heard, and empowered.
The process really includes some short lectures and presentations, some writing and reflection, along with some communication exercises. The first step in our process will enable you to be able to pinpoint your communication strengths and areas that need growth. This is important because you need to know how you invite closeness with your partner and how sometimes in your communications you create distance. So before you can figure out where you're going, you need to figure out where you are.
Yes, so the second step is learning about the habits of how you send your message, especially when you're triggered, because there are unintended consequences when any person shifts into blaming, shaming, criticizing, and or avoiding their partner.
The third step is important because you need to become aware of how you deliver your message to your partner, whether or not the message is rejected or whether or not it's received. And this is important because people who are often triggered uh, respond to their partners in ways by words and behavior that is wounding.
Yes, and the fourth step is understanding the impact and the effectiveness of your listening skills. This is important because if your partner does not feel heard, understood, and validated, they will feel disconnected from you.
And the fifth step, you're going to have several communication exercises during the weekend where the two of you will talk about topics that you probably have never been able to complete in the past. And this will be extremely empowering to you.
And before you leave, you'll be able to take a look at where you were when you started the weekend, where you are now at the end, and where you're headed. And every conversation that you have with your partner will be private and confidential.
There are many major benefits for persons who attend our weekend workshop. The first benefit is that of confidentiality and discretion. In other words, you will learn the concepts that we will be teaching you in an intimate group setting. However, all of the conversations that you have with your partner will be done within the privacy of your coupleship. There's also an agreement that everything that is said and done in the workshop remains in the room after the workshop. That also includes even the persons who were in attendance at the workshop. Your privacy is something that we respect with abandon. And couples who have attended our workshop in the past have really appreciated the fact that we have been so stern in wanting to protect everybody's privacy and confidentiality. So remember that you will not be required to say or do anything in a workshop that you don't want to.
And the second benefit is the weekend that you spend together is equivalent to 4 months of week to week relationship counseling at a fraction of the investment for the weekend workshop. The other part of that benefit is that the tools that you learn during your time together are tools that you can use at home immediately. So you'll have more communication skill building tools, which means there'll be less negativity, therefore less stress in your relationship, more connection, more closeness.
Another very important benefit is that the communication skills that you will develop and learn to use and practice can be used far beyond just your love relationship. You'll be able to use these tools with your children, in your family, among friends, also in the work environment. So this methodology can be used and applied to a variety of relationship situations.
So registration for the weekend experience includes 2 days of dedicated to putting your relationship first. You will receive practical and experiential opportunities to learn the couples dialogue solution. We call it the Mining for Gold couples dialogue solution. In other words, the communication processes that you will have will be an opportunity to communicate, to connect.
And we'll start off by supporting you by having an assessment as a couple, having you to assess your communication strengths as well as areas that need growth. And in addition to that, your individual communication style that will indicate your strengths as an individual as well as areas for growth.
There will also be time for you for personal reflection as well as reflection as a couple and ample time for many conversations. Laser coaching will also be available when needed if any couples get stuck.
The 2-day registration also includes a downloadable copy of our best-selling book, Mining for Gold in Your Marriage. The book contains the stories of 7 couples who have used the Mining for Gold process to transform their relationships. Um, it normalizes also the predictable stages of relationships, and you'll be able to understand those, so it'll help you to better recognize what stage you're in.
In addition to that, you will receive 1 year follow up monthly contact from us with activities and resources to reinforce what you learned during the 2 days. And then, in addition to that, you'll have instant access to our Mining for Gold online program, either the marriage journey or the relationship journey. In that process, you will learn more about you and what leads to you reacting the way that you do when you're triggered by your partner. There's a big story there that most people are not in touch with. And when they are in touch with it, they, um, they deliver their message much more effectively with what they learn.
Now, this also includes 12 weekly video modules, 12 weekly audio sessions, and 12 weekly PDF guides, along with 12 weekly love connection challenges. Every session closes with a weekly challenge to help you to reinforce what you have learned.
So, what you will learn will be all about you. And this is important because you want your partner to know you and understand you, because we feel loved when we know each other and we feel known. So it'll help you to craft your message much more effectively.
And you will receive on-demand access to our Couples Communication Secrets workshop in a zip file. This is a self-help, self-paced audio program, and it's also available to you when you register. It is designed to support you to prepare to have the workshop be the most meaningful experience for you.
One of the benefits of this program is that it is an additional resource to support you to deliver your message more effectively and to listen more deeply, with more curiosity and more understanding and more compassion.
We are committed to helping you to receive the support that you need to create the relationship of your dreams. And it includes helping you to prepare to be able to better meet each other's needs. It's a program that you can take in the privacy of your own home and take as much time as you might need, as well as the couples communication secrets can also be a part of your library of information that you can go back to for review.
It is a value packed weekend that does not end when you leave. Our seminars are backed by our personal guarantee.
It's because we have done these seminars in the past and we know the tremendous benefits of hundreds of couples that we've taken through the process. We know for sure that those couples who really participate fully are able to bring about a closer and deeper connection and loving relationship with each other.
And registration is wallet free. The investment for the weekend is minimal when you think about the cost of long-term marriage counseling or long-term relationship counseling, which could easily exceed 10 times as much going weekly or bi-weekly.
Also know that we have 2 payment options for you. The first one is a payment in full, in which you pay in full at the time of registration. The second is a 2 payment option, meaning that you pay half of the registration fee at the time you register, and then the other half of the registration fee will be paid later.
Any way you slice it, the, the tuition for the 2 days will save you money and possibly save your marriage or your relationship. Even if you are separated, barely together, or considering divorce. Now, this weekend also works for couples who have a great relationship and want to deepen what they have and expand on it. It also works for couples who are dated in a committed relationship situation, as well as couples who are engaged and considering and preparing for marriage.
We also want to emphasize again that you'll receive a copy of our book in digital form. You will also have a whole year of support from us, where on a monthly basis you'll receive information, tools, and resources to help you to continue to practice that which you've learned to deepen your connection with one another.
And the third bonus is the on-demand access to the Mindful Goal marriage journey or the Mindful Goal relationship journey, whichever one works for you. And then a fourth bonus is our Communication Secrets workshop.
Now, if for any reason between the time you register and the actual workshop, you should happen to find that you're not available on those dates and you would like to have to attend another seminar, that's not a problem. All you need to do is contact us, let us know, and we will make that change for you.
We are here for you.
Yes, we are.
So, if you're still not sure if this weekend is going to work for you, we understand. We would love to schedule a personal telephone complimentary consultation with both of you and both of us so that we could talk about this a little more. All you have to do is fill out the form at the bottom of this page and we can set it up for you.
We will be happy to answer your questions about the benefits of this two-day experience or any questions you have about the program itself, how it works, how it functions. All you need to do is just let us know. We'll be very glad to talk to you about that and how this will be beneficial to you in your specific situation.
Yes, we will pinpoint how the 5 steps that we're going to be teaching throughout the weekend will apply to your situation. We'll also, I think during that time that we are sharing, that we'll have an opportunity to pinpoint the challenges, the underlying challenges that could be sabotaging your communication together, your connection, and your future together. And remember, the bonuses are available to support you right away as soon as you register.
So, we sincerely hope that we will see you at the seminar, and we know that by registering and going through this wonderful process that we've had taken so many couples through, that you will consider to be one of the best decisions you've ever made. So, we would love to see you there, have you to join us. Just know that we're there for you.